Today I'm going to give you a 60-second tip for more powerful copywriting, thanks to Eugene Schwartz and many other very successful, very good copywriters. And by the way, this is going to take more than 60 seconds to explain, but you'll get the reference. You'll get the reference by the time we're done with this episode. So, should we dive in? You want the 60-second tip? I thought so. Okay. And this is going to be one of them where there are a couple visuals associated with it. So if you're listening to the podcast, I'll do my best to explain. However, you may want to go find this on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's start with a lesson from page 94 of Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. So you get this book in the mail, you want to open it up and turn to page 94. You can see this example in a little bit more detail. So what Eugene Schwartz said, and I had to paraphrase a little bit here, he said, stress the ease of application and contrast it with the tremendous benefits it gives you. Stress the ease of application and contrast it with the tremendous benefits it gives you. And he has this little block of copy that that demonstrates this. He says, 1 week from today, you're going down to your car. So this is a mail order product. He's saying 1 week from today, you're going down to your car. You're going to lift up its hood. You are going to take the black shining can we send you, and you are going to simply pour its contents into the oil filler pipe of your car. So he's describing this simple process of taking this can and opening up the hood, pouring the can in the oil filler pipe. And he says, that's all the work you will do. That's all the skill you need. And yet in that 30 seconds work, you will improve that car's performance in 8 different ways. And actually the copy goes on to explain the 8 different ways. But the point is made here for the purposes of our lesson. And yet in that 30 seconds work, you will improve that car's performance in 8 different ways. He doesn't talk about, oh, this liquid and it does all these things. He just describes how simple it is, 30 seconds work in his case, to get this result. So that reminded me of a conversation that I recently had over email with A-list copywriter Kim Krause Schwalm, who has been on this podcast before. You could look up my interview with her, and she does these "What's in Kim's Mailbox" episode, and or emails that she sends out, and a recent one was this: can you really boost your focus in 1 hour? And she did this analysis of this particular piece of copy, this particular direct mail piece, and some suggestions to make it better. And it's not bad. Boost your focus 1 hour. That's great. And she went into this analysis of this, and I sent a note to her. I said, seems like the old copy mechanism of a 60-second morning habit, taking the pill, could be a better cover headline. And I just, jotted off, can you really boost your focus with one simple 60 morning habit? Feel your focus grow the first hour, the second hour, and all through the day. I would probably finesse that a bit, as I read it here. I would probably finesse that a bit before I would send it out and call it copy. But it's the whole point. Can you really boost your focus with one simple 60-second morning habit? So it's posing this question to the reader that if you want to boost your focus, right? Can you do it with this 60-second morning habit? What's the habit? Does it work? All of that, right? And then it implies that the focus is going to continue to grow. And she said, yes, I'm liking it better. Not sure it takes a full 60 seconds to swallow a single pill. Here's one of my controls where I'm using a 7-second ritual as a substitute for what you're suggesting. Actually, one of my mentees came up with this headline and lead. And so the pre-head is how a simple 7-second bedtime ritual has been clinically shown to help you fall asleep faster and get an extra hour of sleep every night. Simple 7-second bedtime ritual. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're getting into this, right? As you can see, Eugene Schwartz said 30 seconds. I suggested 60 seconds as opposed to an hour. Kim said she has a control where it is a 7-second bedtime ritual. And I even shared with her, and I'm not going to share the full details here yet, but I have recently had a video sales letter launch that actually talks about a 60-second search that you can do on zip codes to find this particular payday opportunity that's in alignment with the client's product. And again, there's this process that you actually go through to collect these paydays, but instead of focusing on this whole process, I found a point in the teaching of this particular process where the guy said, hey, if you can do these 60-second searches, he said this search is like the first step to finding if you even have a good opportunity here or not. And he demonstrated, okay, do the search, and here it demonstrates that this zip code is full, it has no good opportunities. This zip code has a ton of good opportunities. And I just watched the video, and I watched the time counter at the bottom of the video in the player. And within 60 seconds, they did one of these searches. They demoed one of these searches, and it revealed, where the biggest opportunities were. And so I said, okay, that's a 60-second search that you can do. Hence our 60-second tip for more powerful copywriting. So how do you write more powerful copy in 60 seconds or less? Well, you find that 60-second activity, the habit, etc., whatever it is that's going to get the result, that is key to getting the result. And so instead of focusing on some big thing, you focus on what can you do in the minimum amount of time, right? Or notably, other quantifiably simple activity. So when I actually came up with the 60-second search, I was actually inspired by a piece of copy from Chris Haddad, who had great at writing these curiosity-provoking entire video sales letter scripts. And his thing was 4 words to never say to your partner, or else he'll lose romantic interest in you forever, or something. It's not, I'm not remembering his copy word for word, but the whole point was there's these 4 words that you didn't want to say, this 4-word phrase that you didn't want to say, or else he'd lose interest in you forever. And the amount of curiosity provoked by that, like you really want to figure it out. You want to figure it out. So you start watching, and you keep watching, and you keep watching, right? So it is a quantifiably simple activity, because when you understand what those 4 words are, okay, I get it, right? When you understand what the 60-second ritual is, or the 7-second ritual, or whatever, right? You say, okay, I get it, I understand it, and there's this like sense of accomplishment that comes from that, and there's a sense of needing fulfillment that comes from not knowing it, right? And so using this quantifiably simple activity, whether that's quantified in time, or in the case of Chris's promo, a number of words. And I've seen that done over and over again in various relationship promotions, people copying Chris, who is really the master at that. And you build it into the headline, the deck, the opening copy. You build it into the introduction to your message to hook the attention, to boost the curiosity of your prospect and get them really engaged with the message, so that you can communicate all the benefits of what you're going to do. Now, my call to action for you at the end of this episode, ask yourself, how can you use this? You have an opportunity that you can test, that you can experiment with, to find a way to, actually, let me go back to Eugene Schwartz's quote, to stress the ease of application and contrast it with the tremendous benefits that it gives you. Do you have a way that you can use this in your copywriting going forward? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get more content like this delivered to you. And if you want to become a better copywriter, go check out my High Velocity Copywriting course. Go check out High Velocity Copywriting. It's my flagship course. It has a ton of 5-star reviews, and it will make you a better copywriter, a more powerful copywriter. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. I hope you've gotten a ton of value, and I will see you again in the next episode. See you soon. Bye. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.